Hi, it's Charlotte, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a FreckleTint comparison review, and this is all because basically when I was in Boots a couple of weeks ago I saw this Barry M FreckleTint. It just grabbed my attention straight away and I just thought, I obviously at the moment use the Lottie London one and I swear by it, I use it like daily and I love it, and I just thought, because I think this one is a little bit cheaper, why not put them both to the test and see which one's better, or if they just are both good but in different ways. So yeah, if you would like to see a comparison of the Lottie London versus the Barry M FreckleTint, then please carry on watching. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the Lottie London on my right side and I'll do the Barry M on my left. I'm going to start with the Lottie London because I've already used this before and I know it works really well, so I'm just going to do this one first. And yeah, I don't know, shall I zoom in? Probably. Okay, I'll zoom in. So I'm just going to start off by doing the Lottie London tint, and then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender straight away because I don't like to leave them for too long because or else they'll get super dark. So I don't know if you can see those, I don't like to do them too bold or dark, I think. So hopefully you can see those. I've obviously got quite bright lights on me right now, so if you can't, that's why. And I'm basically just going to go in with the Barry M one now. Barry M one definitely looks like it's got a lot more product in it. The Lottie London one has 3mm. Oh, and the Barry M one has 2.5mm. I was wrong. But obviously, as you can see, this is the Barry M one, so it's a little bit more of like a clear bottle, and you can actually see the colour, which looks pretty scary. We're gonna go with it. Okay, so I'm just going to blend those ones out now. Those ones are definitely a lot darker. I'll give it that. So hopefully you can see what I'm seeing, which is that they are a lot more darker. They're a lot more of a darker brown, I'd say, whereas the Lottie London one is a bit more of like a warmer reddish brown, which to me makes the Lottie London one look a little bit more real because they're a little bit more subtle and blend in with your skin, whereas the Barry M one is like a super dark brown, and this is the lighter tint, so I think they had two different shades. But then again, I think the Barry M one stands out a lot more, so I think, you know, if you want something that's going to stand out a lot more on camera, this might be the one that you want. Whereas if you want something a little bit more subtle that looks a little bit more realistic, I think the Lottie London one. And I blended out the Barry M one like pretty quickly and it's still quite dark, whereas the Lottie London one is a lot more subtle when I blended it out. So hopefully you can see that there. I feel like after this video I'm going to have to do the Barry M on this side so that it doesn't look so crazy. I actually really like both sides. I think it just depends what sort of mood you're in. If you're like, just want some cute little frecks, then you probably want the Lottie London one. But if you're like, I want to have freckles and the world to know it, I want people to be able to see my freckles from a mile off, maybe you want the Barry M one because it's definitely a bit more of a statement. But at the same time I think both look really good. They both blended out quite nicely and both very different shades, but they both work in my opinion. So maybe if you've got like quite dark hair, this one could look a lot nicer. Like if you've got like black hair or like really dark brown hair, this one maybe like suit you a bit more. But yeah, I really like both of those. I feel like I look so weird because I can just see that it's like a gradient of freckles, like going darker to lighter. But yeah, so basically I'm pretty sure I should probably look this up, shouldn't I? Yeah, so the Barry M1 is £4.99 and the Lottie London is £6.95. So there's not much in it. They're both very affordable and quite similar in price, I must admit. So I think as long as you go with either of these. I haven't tried the FreckleTint. What's it called? It's just called Freck, isn't it? Because it's like 20 quid, and I can't remember whose review that I saw, but I saw someone comparing Freck to the Lottie London one, and they said this one was a lot better anyway, and I'm not about to spend 20 quid on FreckleTint, so I think these are really good prices, and I feel like they'll last you like a really long time as well. Whichever one's your cup of tea, I definitely rate both, and hopefully you could see the difference in the close-up. I'm sorry if you couldn't, but obviously the lights will wash out some of the colour, but yeah. I'm really sorry that this video was quite short. I just sort of quickly wanted to do this little comparison for you. I don't do many comparisons on my channel because it means you have to buy two of a very similar product, and there's always going to be a better one, so you're going to be wasting your money with one of the products usually in the end. But because the Barry M1 was so affordable, I was like, you know what, I wear freckles a lot, so maybe it's worth trying it out. Yes, I'm sorry this video was short, but I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!